Welcome to this drum talk, and today we're going to do my 10 favorite drum covers of 2023, and it actually might be your favorite drum covers of 2023, because these drum covers were the ones that got the most likes, the most views, and seemed to be the most popular with my drumming community. So 2023 was a year I really realized how much of a drumming community I have. There are some very faithful daily subscribers who watch my videos and comment on my videos. And it's not just one or two, there's like 30 or 40 of you. And I really do appreciate everyone's comments, everyone's feedback, and suggestions for new songs. And that's what makes this fun. And YouTube to me is just a fun thing, something I love to do, sharing my drumming gift with the world. And truthfully, there's not really a monetary component to this. It really has to do with the fact that there's a group of drummers that are all inspired to keep playing and doing what they do every day because they watch other drummers play. And that's the one thing I didn't have when I was young. You know, you didn't have drum videos to watch, your favorite drummers when I was 13, 14, and 15. I used to have to watch TV shows like Don Kirshner's Rock Concert or watch the Midnight Special. And it wasn't until DCI Videos put out the Steve Gadd video that everybody all of a sudden realized, wow, we can do instructional videos. And then you started to find those. But now with YouTube, we get to watch great drummers every day playing drums and doing their craft and actually watching up close what they do. So I am blessed to have a community of drummers that loves watching what I do every day. And this is apropos having this as my first song, Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac, which was the first song of the year that really jumped out of the gate and got lots of views. So I hope you enjoy a little taste of this. The next video is called Shooting Star by Bad Company. I did a few Bad Company songs this year. I did a few Led Zeppelin songs this year. I did a Black Sabbath song this year. Not all were popular. Some were more popular than others. There's some guys that are really great rock drummers that are out here on YouTube. And I'm a good, solid pop rock drummer from the 70s. There's no doubt about that. And this is right up my wheelhouse, this kind of rock drumming. And I really enjoyed playing this song. This song was a lot of fun. Simon Kirke's a great drummer. I mean, underrated. Another one of the guys that falls in the Ringo, Charlie Watts style of drumming. Just solid, plays what is needed and doesn't get too crazy. But he played some really tasty parts on this song and on the other Bad Company songs I did this year. So this is number 2 for the year, Shooting Star. Got lots of views and lots of likes too. So thank you all that enjoyed this one. Here's a taste of Shooting Star.
To number 1. Suddenly everyone loves to hear him sing a song. Watching the world go
So the next song was actually my highest liked song this year. It was viewed over 1,700 times. And it's actually a redemption song. It's a revisit of the cover Rosanna, the Jeff Porcaro famous cover. Everybody plays the Rosanna Shuffle on YouTube. Everybody's got their own little vibe on it. I remember covering this song in 2017 and keeping that shuffle beat all the way through was not easy, and I didn't really do it well. I used to think I could execute this particular groove, this halftime shuffle thing, and I actually can play it pretty well, but there are so many guys that just have such technique and play this stuff so well. So this was kind of a video of redemption for me putting this out, and the fact that everybody liked it enough to be the #1 cover of the year for likes. 95 likes so far, and hopefully after this video I'll get a few more likes on it. But I in no way believe I'm the best player of the Rosanna Shuffle on YouTube. There are some guys that really tear this up. Matter of fact, I was in a drum battle with a guy named Jeff Holden, an old friend of mine, and Jeff Holden beat me on that drum battle back in 2017, and his Rosanna Shuffle was really, really good. So all I've got to say about this is thank you all that watched. Thank you all that encouraged me on this video. I think I did some other Toto songs better this year, but this is the one I chose just for pure likes. So a couple things to note in the last couple videos. Number one, if you see that t-shirt I'm wearing in this video, I've got my famous Earl drum t-shirt. I actually drew that picture there, and it's for sale. I'm actually hawking something in the middle of one of my videos. The previous video, Shooting Star, I had a t-shirt on of Drum History Podcast. 2023 was a year I got to do some really interesting things, and one of those things was Drum History Podcast. And I talked about modern drummer and drum magazines in general for the drumming community. And I want to thank Bart Vanderzee for inviting me on the show and letting me be a part of Drum History Podcast in 2023. Thanks, Bart. Here's another taste of Rosanna. The next song is Do 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 Da 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 by The Police. This was a fun song to do. It's a straight driving Stu Copeland rock out tune, and I had a lot of fun with this. Again, this was another one of those popular songs. It was one of those ones where you chose it, you liked it, you watched it. I wouldn't necessarily make this one of my top choices, but I can't deny the fact that I kind of copped the Stu Copeland vibe on this with the reggae and the rock thing. Got to use a lot of my Paiste splashes. That was fun. And all I could say is the Police have been an influence on my drumming, no doubt about it. I learned reggae because of Stu Copeland. Stu Copeland brought reggae to rock drummers of the 70s. Prior to that, we probably didn't listen to it, and now the world is so much world beat music. You have to be so attuned to all the different styles of music from all over the world. But in the 70s, it was more of a England, U.S. kind of thing, rock drumming. So it's different. And the Police really expanded that, and Stu Copeland did that. So that's got to give Stu Copeland a lot of credit for that one. So here's a little taste of Do 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 Da Da Da.
Words that scream for your submission. No one's jamming that transmission. When that eloquence escapes you, that logic ties you up and wrecks you. The da da da, so loud what you said to you. The da da da, the innocence will pull me through. The da da da, so loud what you said to you. You breathe while I kiss this
The next song is Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. And this song's got almost 1,000 views. It has 60 likes. And again, this is kind of my wheelhouse, playing rock music from the 60s and 70s. Lots of triplets flowing around. It's funny, Chicago and Jimi Hendrix go back to the beginning roots. Same tours, and I know when I read Danny Seraphine's book, Street Player, he talked about being on tour with Jimi Hendrix, and he loved Mitch Mitchell's drumming. So, I mean, Mitch Mitchell had a huge influence on a lot of drummers. It was jazz rock influence was incredible here. I was just throwing everything in the kitchen sink, so this is me really playing Jimi Hendrix. By the way, today I'm using Zildjians on this one. And it's always nice to pull the Zildjian cymbals out, being a heavy Paiste user. And a lot of my subs love watching me play Paiste, but when I pull out the Zildjians, it always gets a few people to say something about the cymbal setup. So this one is all A's, an Avitas 22, 18-inch Armand Crash, 19-inch Armand Crash Ride, beautiful baby, and my Zildjian New Beats. Anyhow, as we fade out, I think I give you a little bit of that traditional Earl fade too. So here we go. The next one is Blue Collar Man by Styx. And somebody requested I do a Styx song, and I chose this one. I also did Babe. They both got equal likes. I think I have some Styx lovers. Of course, this drum kit is kind of fun to play John Panazzo, and this is the John Panazzo version of Blue Collar Man. I tried to give it as much of John as possible. I don't have a lot of Todd Sugarman chops, so as you can tell. But I had a lot of fun playing this. Again, another 70s classic. And Styx is a band that falls in that progressive rock moniker, like Yes, Genesis. I wouldn't call them King Crimson, but they're definitely in that progressive rock thing. So, anyhow, here's a taste of Blue Collar Man to the ending. The next song is Kid Charlemagne by Steely Dan off the Royal Scam album. In 2023, I completed the Katie Lied album, and I set my sights on another bunch of Steely Dan songs. And in the process, I decided to go after playing the songs from Royal Scam. All the songs from Royal Scam. So I played every song from Royal Scam this year. I started Pretzel Logic and the first album. I just love Steely Dan. And I know I'm introducing a lot of you to some new music, different music. Now, Steely Dan is a band that musicians love. Many great drummers love playing with Steely Dan and have played with Steely Dan. Steely loved using session musicians. But this album had two drummers on it. Rick Marotta played on 2 tracks, and the rest was all Bernard Purdie. And this is Bernard's funky Kid Charlemagne. So I hope you'll check out my playlists with Steely Dan, especially the Royal Scam. I'm really proud of this one. Some great songs on here. So anyhow, here's a little taste of Kid Charlemagne. This is the revisited version. I did this in 2019, I believe, before Extract Stems or Moises, which I now use pretty much exclusively. So here we go, Kid Charlemagne.
You are up to me. Look at all the white men on the street. Get along, Kid Charlemagne. Get along, Kid Charlemagne. Clean this mess up, else we'll all end up in jail. No tattoos and no scale. Just get it all out of here. Is that gas?
The next song is Tin Man by America. And again, this is based on views and likes. Got a lot of likes and a lot of views on this one. Even though some people tell me I played this wrong, I think what they don't like is my little click-clicks. But, you know, when you're playing a drum cover, there is some license to creativity in this. Now, I want to point out a few things in this video. This is about August of the year, and you'll notice some changes in me during this time of year. I changed to replacing the hat, which the hat has been part of my drum covers for the last few years. Prior to COVID, there's a whole Ask Girl Anything where I talk about the hat, but the hat really was paying homage to my son, who passed away in 2019. That's his hat. But in 2023, I decided it was time for a change from the hat, and I've embraced my older self, and I've gone white hair, and it's gotten a lot of good feedback from everybody. People say I look younger, which is absolutely the strangest thing to me, but the white goatee with the white hair seems to be working. Now, one other thing I want to point out is in my technique. This year I've been working on playing my sticks both the right direction. I've been told I don't play the right way. meaning I play the butt end of the stick. Even though a lot of famous drummers use the butt end of the stick, Bernard Purdie being one. My friend Zach Jones, who was just on Drumeo, he was talking about why he plays the butt end of the stick. Bernard Purdie. Steve Gadd's been known to play the butt end of the stick on the snare drum. Hal Blaine. Many guys would use the back of the stick to actually get that sound on the snare drum. Anyhow, with that being said, this is the beginning of the change. Even in the drum kit, look at that 18-inch floor tom. More to come to the drum kit as we get to the end. But anyhow, I hope you enjoy this cover of Tin Man. It was a revisited cover. I did this in 2020, I believe. So enjoy it, if it's played right or wrong.
So please believe in me. Ooh.
The next video is Superstar, another revisited cover by the Carpenters. Now, that drum kit right there is made to play Carpenter songs. Between Karen Carpenter, Cubby O'Brien, and Hal Blaine, concert toms are part of the Carpenters' mystique for drum sound. Even though they've had drummers like Jim Gordon play on their albums and other great session drummers have played on their albums. So this is the first time I'm playing the big 8 concert tom kit on a video, I believe, was Superstar. And it has the 5.5x6 all the way down to the 16x18 floor tom. And I put on Ambassador heads somewhere, I guess, around the end of the summer, and they kind of stuck. Everybody loves the Ambassador sound. I have had pinstripes on them. I've had clear Ambassadors on them this year, and these seem to be working really well, the coated Ambassadors, so that's what's sticking around on them. I'm just happy to be able to play this kit on a lot of videos, and Carpenters is one of those groups I get to play this kit on a lot. So I'll probably be revisiting some more of these Carpenter covers. But this one presently has 75 likes on it and over 1,000 views. And this was only put out in October. So this is a pretty popular video. And that's why I wanted to share it with you today. And that's why it made this year's top 10 drum covers from 2023. So here's a taste of Superstar.
Come back to me again and play your sad guitar. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? You said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh baby, I love
And my last song is Low Down by Chicago. And this is a relatively new drum cover I did in November of 23. And it has over 1,000 views and over 50 likes. Low Down is from Chicago 3. It was one of the hits off Chicago 3. Pete Cetera sang it. I tried to play it close to Danny Seraphin, but again, when I play Danny Seraphin, I play a lot of Earl. Unfortunately, Danny Seraphin's kind of in my DNA from my years of being a kid. And this is another song that I used to play when I was a kid in my mom's rec room with my blue Vistalite kit. And to sit here and be able to play it in a recording studio and record myself doing it is just a fun thing. So I didn't expect this to have as many views, and I didn't expect it to have as many likes and be as liked as it was, to be honest. But Chicago is my wheelhouse, and not having a Chicago song in here would be kind of weird, I think. Anyhow, that's it for this year's show on my favorite drum covers. I do want to thank everybody that watches my videos faithfully. I want to thank everybody who encourages me every day to stay in this game of playing drums and playing drum covers on YouTube. I also want to wish everybody a Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas. It's been a wonderful 2023, a year where I was able to go to Italy and visit with friends and travel again. The world started to come back to life again after the years of COVID and all the other darkness that's happened around us. I'm hoping that 2024 will be a wonderful year for everybody, and I hope to have lots of more drum covers and lots more drumming in 2024. So thank you all for watching me.